last Saturday, I had a very unpleasant experience. Typically, I shouldn't be sharing it, but because it has to do with Good Evening Ghana, I'm going to share it to you. This is the Kumasi International Airport, Prempeh the First International Airport. And I happened to be there on Saturday. So I had gone for a funeral and in the Bono-Hafo areas, and we're coming back so through Kumasi, and then I got there to get a flight on Africa World, one of the hard-working domestic carriers. And so as I got into the airport, and I know there are a few people there, once people started coming around, we were talking. There was one very senior member of parliament over there. So we were talking, and then there was another important NDC appointee who was also there. So the conversation was naturally politics. And then a man walks in whom I don't know. Now I know, I've been told who he is, but I don't know him. So he came and they were talking, and he said, he shook hands with the MP and then the NDC appointee. And then he said, pointing to me, as for this guy, we should beat him. I said, hey, who's this? He said, we should beat you. And I said, well, who are you going to beat? Beat for what? So I thought he was joking. I said, oh, who are you going to beat somebody for what? He said, you think that, who do you think you are? If this is Nigeria, you can, NDC is in power and you are still on TV. You're a foolish boy. We'll beat you, we'll beat your children. That's your mother at Makola. I know the shop. I'll go and slap her. I said, who is this? Everybody was beckoning me, don't mind him, don't mind him, don't mind him, don't mind him. So it was going on. We'll beat you. So the member of parliament took him away and said, let's go. Oh, he won't go. He was beckoning towards me. We will see, we'll slap you. You can be on TV and be talking foolish. You think that if this is Nigeria, you think you'll be alive and be on TV and be talking nonsense? Anyway, so this is the photograph that we got of him. This is the guy. Look at him. This is him. This is the guy. Our investigations turn out that he's called Nana Poku and he's a presidential staffer. You know, let me show you the other photographs of him. So this is him when he arrived with his back to me after he had made the initial comments of I'll beat you, I'll beat you. This is the NDC appointee that I don't want to show you. And then this is the hand that is holding his hand is the member of parliament who was trying to calm him down. And then eventually the member of parliament tried to drive him out. And this is him still looking at me and still shouting, we'll beat you, we'll beat your mother. You have an auntie in a doom market. I'll go and slap her. And he was talking, we'll beat your children. I said, Everybody was beckoning, we don't mind him, don't mind. Look at his face. Put his face, please, put his face on, let them see. Apparently, it's called Nana Poku. He's a presidential staffer at Jubilee House. I don't know what has become of these people. You think if this is Nigeria, you'll be here. I don't know I don't know whether they've gone to Nigeria to live there. But this is him. Presidential staffer will beat your mother, will beat you. This is the guy. So we took the photographs of him very quickly. Everybody was looking at him. So I got to know that he must be a very important person because when the plane arrived, this aircraft that brought us to Accra had the Ashanti Regional Minister on board. It had this very senior NDC person on board. But then there was a fleet of cars when we got down that came to pick him up. So that made me know that he must be a very important person. So during the interaction, then I said something about everything you are doing will be reported. Oh, okay. You can't, even Julius Deborah cannot do anything to me. Then when he mentioned Julius Deborah, then I knew that maybe he has some connection with the chief of staff. You can go and report. Julius Deborah cannot do anything. We run the Jubilee House. We are the engine of Jubilee House. So when they came out as a presidential staff, I wasn't surprised. These are the things he was saying. You beat me, you beat my mother, you beat my children. This guy, 3 months in Jubilee House. I don't know what he was doing. This is called Nana Poku. I don't know what he was doing before he became presidential staffer in January. I don't know what he was doing. But this is him. Say, if NDC is in power and you are still on TV, if this is Nigeria, you think you say NDC is in power, so somebody shouldn't be on TV? When MPP was in power, those who ran a narrative against MPP, were they not on TV? Are they still not on TV? What is wrong with these people? How does power get into their head? And this is presidential staffer of that high rank. And when we arrived, the Ashanti Regional Minister didn't get picked up. This very senior NDC person didn't get picked up. They all came around the conveyor belt and we continued chatting and we picked up. But he got picked up by a fleet of cars. So then I knew that he's something. Nana Poku is his name. As we put the we have reported this, of course. We've certainly, it's a major threat, so we've reported it to the authorities. And during the conversation, they said that this guy is Nana Poku. They said a few things about him this afternoon when I went to make the report, but that one I won't say it. And I'm hoping that the investigations will be conducted thoroughly. And I'll report to you viewers what they say. But this is the guy, Nana Poku. I'll beat you, I'll beat your mother. Mother? Are you really serious? What is wrong? And then he starts, we are the engine. He said he's the engine of Jubilee House. He said, Nana Poku, he's the engine of Jubilee House. That Julius Debra cannot do, if I think I'm going to report to Julius Debra cannot do anything to him. But, I mean, when I saw the fleet of cars that picked him from the tarmac, and the Ashanti Regional Minister was not picked up that way, and the very senior government appointee was not picked up that way, then I suspected, then the guy is some very big man. So when I went this afternoon to report by lawyers, and then they looked and said, this is Nana Poku. I said, they said, he's a presidential staffer or something like that. He's in the Jubilee House. That is him. This is when he was being led away, and he was still looking at me. He saw that I was photographing. He was still looking at me. And menacingly, the guy was taking him away. That is okay, it's okay, go out. He won't go away. We'll beat your children. We'll beat your mother. I mean, really? Is that what this country has become? Akufo-Addo was president over there. People were talking about him every day on morning show. Every day. Did any NPP person see and say, we'll beat your mother, we'll beat you? And I mean, the NDC people that were there, I thought they were more senior to him. But when the car came to pick him up, a fleet of cars came to pick him from an Africa World, Accra Kumasi plane. He can't go to the conveyor belt to take his bag like the Ashanti Regional Minister was doing. So when we were walking up, I got to the conversation with the Ashanti Regional Minister, and I was whispering to him. I was telling him that those seats that his people cannot get, he should support some of us who are his Ashanti relatives to get it. Then he laughed. He said, Paul Adom Otcehre, what seat are you looking for? I said, no, I'm not looking for any seat. He said, no, tell me. I said, no, I'm not looking for any seat. I'm just saying that some of the seats, your people can't get it, so you have to support us. And we joked about it. And he said, who told you we can't get it? We have moved from 34%. Next time we are getting 50 in Ashanti. And then we all laughed it off. These are reasonable people. This is Ashanti Regional Minister, one of the most popular ministers of John Mahama so far. He didn't go, a fleet of cars didn't come and pick him. This guy, this Nana Poku guy, who has such misbehavior tendencies, rather had a fleet of cars that came to pick him up. The Ashanti Regional Minister went there and took his luggage with us. The senior NDC appointee went there and took his luggage with us. There was another NDC appointee whom I don't know. But I could see that because of the pageantry around him, I could see he's an important person. And then they all left. But he was picked up with a fleet of cars. And this is the guy who is telling me, if you are in Nigeria, NDC cannot be empowering you on TV and that. He said he's the engine of Jubilee House. I don't know whether Jubilee House is now an automobile that has an engine and it has tire and it has bonnet. And he said he's the engine, bragging loudly, I'm the engine of Jubilee House. This guy, Nana Poku, this is him. Look at him. I wonder what he has done with his life before. I don't know him, but I wonder. But if you've done something with your life, you won't see a news reporter and be threatening him that if NDC is in power, you cannot be until he will beat you. Beat in 2025. His response to criticism of the NDC on television is to beat, and not just you, but your mother. Because he says he knows where my mother's shop is. My mother's shop has been in Makola for the last 45 years. Everybody knows that. So it's easy for people to know that. And my mother talks about me every day. So it's easy. Then we'll go and beat her up. I mean, how? He said, do you know how many policemen I can bring to your house? Either your house attached, you got to bring policemen. I said, hey. Everybody was looking at me and beckoning me, don't mind him, don't mind him, don't mind him, don't mind everybody, don't mind him. This member of parliament was drawing, very senior member of parliament was drawing him away. That though it's okay, he won't listen. He will beat. Anyway, I don't know why people do that. But I don't think that Julius Debra and John Mahama think like that. They are seasoned politicians. And I really hope that every political party can have some of these people. I really hope that they can do something about people like that. I was going to use a word for him, but I won't because it's okay. I wrote my statement. They are dealing with it. They will look at it. I really hope that people like that are spoken with. They are spoken with. That you can't do that. You are a presidential staffer of the office of the president. You meet a journalist at the airport and you say, I will beat you. I will beat your mother. And I'm the engine of Jubilee House. I can bring policemen to your house. Julius Debra cannot do anything. You can go and report to Julius Debra. He can't do anything. This guy can talk like that. But when I saw the fleet of cars that came to pick him from the tarmac without the Ashanti Regional Minister, who is a senior member of the government, I knew that maybe he's some very, very important person. Uncle Julius and President Mahama, good evening. Okay, so give them the montage. The montage for Julius Debra and President John Dramani Mahama, the NDC montage. Let's give it to them.
Zuzuza. Arise for Ghana, operation of the land, forward and seek your future. People love and our God, from vision to victory, the end is surely. Democrat, Ghana, our strength in unity.